sipping and chatting.
What up, everyone? It is me, Keita Harris, your host of Sip and Chat, and we're back another Wednesday. And as promised, you guys, we have DJ Swirv Deniro in the motherfucking building. Turn up. Yeah. Yo, look, I want to, while I'm on camp, thank you. I know I told you already, but this is really huge for me. And you guys, if you have any questions to ask him, or if you want to answer any questions, or just get feedback, call in 804-905-8333, and follow me on IG and Facebook, sip.chat.vibe. And DJ Swirv Deniro, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me at social media, at DJ Swirv Deniro, at Swirv Nation Radio. Of course, we have our YouTube channel, Swirv TV, that stands for Somewhere in Richmond, Virginia Television, but we're everywhere. So you can follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Shout out to my whole family, DJ LaJoy, M Dollars, Shy G, shout out to the Syndicate with Fino Snake, you know, just our Power 92.1, Radio 1, everybody who just been showing love from the beginning, if I ain't mention your name, of course, so, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to you guys, because you doing your thing. So look, I'm going to jump right into it. Of course, I was scoping your social media, and I was shocked to see that you've been in the radio business, music industry for February 22nd, made 20 years?
So, yeah, so next year we'll actually make 20 years at Radio 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started at Radio 1 as an intern, actually in October 2001. And I became part of the street team and the radio station like February 2002. I think I've been on Our Palaces around maybe summer 2003. So I just look at 2002 as the day that I became an employee.
Right.
So I just go ahead and say, you know, that 2022 would be 20 years.
Okay, 2022, February 22nd. When that date come around next year, you guys be sure to send him a message. Happy 20th anniversary. So that's a long time. Can you tell us about the experience from joining? I didn't know you came in as an intern, so tell us about the experience from joining as an intern to here we are 19, 20 years later, and the music is totally different.
Well, it's not enough time for that, I can tell you that. First of all, I appreciate you doing your research. I caught you trying to get exact dates and all that.
Yeah.
So, I see the research thing, but coming into the radio business, I came from college radio, WVCW. At VCU when I was the urban music director there, and my homegirl Jean, we had a show called Gin and Juice on the college radio station, and she ended up getting a job there. I believe she was actually going to be on air and be the street team. I can't remember if she was doing both, but she would talk a lot about me, and I just pretty much got myself in a position where I could try to get interviewed to be an intern. Became an intern, got a little situation, some health stuff or whatever, bounced back. And they ended up getting hired on the street team, and then, just working the clubs. And I could have easily tried to, pursue the fact of getting on the radio, but I really wanted to understand radio from the bottom to the top. So my internship was just kind of an open internship. I don't think you'll ever get an internship style that way, unless your parents own the business and one of your friends be an intern. But I got a chance to just like float around and talk to everybody at the station versus having a strict job.
Right.
So that made my experience different, and it made me realize that radio is fun, but it's also a business. You know what I mean? So from that point on, just been DJing on the radio at different clubs, 534 birthday, a lot of us DJs, so that was a spot I show love to. Our Zenas, had after hour spot. Before it all started, we had the 729 board, so we had a little after hour spot, and that really sparked it up right there, giving me street cred up as far as being able to do parties and play good music and, be on the radio interviewing different celebrities, but just really being around my predecessors who really paved the way and just showed us what you needed to do, whether they told you something directly or indirectly. So, just staying on that path of trying to do something new every year as well. Right. But everybody go through ups and downs. It's not perfect in the game. Even talking on the radio, you stumble, you mumble, you whatever. You're doing commercials, you mess up. You try to do shout-outs, you mess up. So we all, it's a different take 3, take 4, take 5, take 6. So go through all those type of emotions, being a stone soul as a rapper, trying to do my thing rapping, introducing artists to, being able to do community events, which I'm really big on. It's just been a blessing to be able to represent the city, from being an intern to 19, going on 20 years of being on Radio 1. So that's just been a blessing. I can't say anything about that.
I mean, that's a commitment right there. Like, anyone who's listening, I want you to take from this commitment, because I don't think, and I'm truly want to say, I know that a person doesn't go from internship to building a career to building a known name to now having Swirv Nation.
Yeah, we got Swirv Nation Radio, Swirv TV.
Can you tell us about those?
The Swirv Nation Radio, of course, started, first of all, I shouted at Crazy Buzz Nation. They had Crazy Buzz Nation, and my homie South James like, what else, Swirv Nation? I'm like, Swirv Nation? I said, okay. So that's what I'm going to call my radio show. And then my homie Shorty B just happened to, I believe he had some stuff going on, but I get an email and it's the logo. I'm like, well, we're really going to do this thing called Swirv Nation Radio. So I just kept it going from, doing stuff on the radio, of course, on iPower Richmond, a little internet radio station here and there with hot mix and concerts here and there, different events. And we just blossomed to form a squad with M Dollars, DJ LaJoy, Sean G. So we just pretty much do a lot of different events, different things in the media regarding to our podcast, mix show stuff that we do. And that's what Swirv Nation Radio is all about. We like a sisterhood, brotherhood.
Okay.
We talk more than just about the industry. And it took me a while to really find that type of unity within the squad. I've been with different people, and it's been good with those people too. But for me, just to be able to actually just be the leader of the squad, and that's been a blessing to have them around. So with that, we got Swirv TV, which is basically what it is. We're just doing television. So as a DJ, I'm not boxing myself in. I'm just going to be doing mixes on my channel.
Right.
Talking about music on my channel. We got chefs on our channel, community stuff on our channel. What's going on in the world. We was out there doing the riots. Like, we was actually doing the quarantine mix.
Wow.
My mom's called me and was like, yo, y'all safe? Y'all good down there? I'm like, what's going on? So I leave downtown. So we just ended up going to the riots and like, dang, this is real. Like the first day of the riots, with George Floyd and everything. With Swirv TV, we really just want to give people exposure, have that platform for them. And we like it. We really don't want you to solicit us. We really want to just kind of come after you like, well, they got something interesting. We got a lot of different types of people that we have on deck to interview, so shout out to you doing your thing.
Thank you.
You got a bean lineup. You want to go ahead and plug them people you got for the rest of the month.
Yes.
But you're doing your thing too, so yeah.
So look, while you say that, I do want to go ahead and give you all the rest of July. So July 7th is today. So if you ain't tuned in, catch the replay. DJ Swirv Deniro. July 14th, we had Drea Q support her single, Hallucinate. On the 21st, we have Tone Miller, and he just dropped a new album. And then on the 28th of July, we have Shauna Chaplin, Master Beautician Loctician, owner of Naturally Unique LLC, so stay tuned. But let's go into a song, and then I want your opinion on the song, and then I want to shift gears on these type of questions. Okay? Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play this first song. It's by one of my favorite indie artists here at RBA. His name is RBA Jones, and it is called Cocky. Shout out to RBA Jones. Let's go.
Kush got me feeling cocky, nigga. You already know. And I'm cocky. New swag, I'm cocky. New drip, I'm cocky. New fit, I'm cocky. Fresh kicks, I'm cocky. Still smoking that broccoli. know we ride like a Harley. OAP, we cock. New swag, I'm cock. New drip, I'm cock. New fit, I'm cock. Fresh kicks, I'm cock. Still smoking that Bronzy. Still rolling that Marley. You know we ride like a Harley. RBA, we cock. I done told them all before. I can lead you to water, can't force you to drink. Give you the knowledge, can't force you to stay. RBA, I'm the real brand. Old zip for some brown weed. Trying to smoke my teeth driven. Officer, these prescriptions. Talk shit with your teeth missing. We don't go, no seat biscuit. Can't stop like Christian Need. Strap on me, no pistol key. OAP, we run the streets. Still rapping that fuck police. Still trap on that back street. Still strap on the back seat. Bullets singing like Blackstreet. Niggas running, no track me. Fat boy, no athlete. Blood lace with the hashies. Smoke two, then press repeat. New strand called Wall Street. Edibles in my coffee. New hairs in my broccoli. New swag, I'm cocky. New bag, she cocky. Fat ass, she cocky. I blew a bag, I'm cocky. Take a drag, this chocolate. Blew a bag, I'm cocky. Take a drag, this chocolate. New stick, get shot quick. 2 sticks, stack chopsticks. New swag, I'm cocky. New drip, I'm cocky. New fit, I'm cocky. Fresh kicks, I'm cocky. Still smoking that broccoli. Still rolling that Marley. You know we ride like a Harley. OAP, we cocky. New swag, I'm cocky. New drip, I'm cocky. New fit, I'm cocky. Fresh kicks, I'm cocky. Still smoking that broccoli. Still rolling that Marley. You know we ride like a Harley. RBA, we cocky. I'ma beat the beat till it flatline. Talk shit like a chat line. Ain't sleeping on me no nap time. Creeping on me it's strap time. Clip long at the lunch line. Still ducking at one time. Move right, she ain't got a duck. Bad right, she got a fuck. Satellite, I'm high as fuck. Don't stay in that solar system. Roll on like a cobra venom. Hollow point like cobra venom. In the field, you know the business. Matter of fact, you don't know. Now I know me like Rondo. Transform you to John Doe. I'm trying to stay calm though. Ducked off, I'm on the low. Still cracked, I'm moving slow. Real facts in the studio. Real facts in the studio. Real whack and you getting old. Stab a nigga with an AIDS needle. Knock him off when he catch him cold. Not gon' play, not gon' go. Keep it solid, no knock off gun. You can try me, I'm not gon' go. Catch a body, then like that drum. You already know. Oh, you already slow. It's RBA. Fuck hoes, they pay. New swag, I'm cocky. New drip, I'm cocky. New fit, I'm cocky. Fresh kicks, I'm cocky. Still smoking that Bronzy. Still rolling that Marley. You know we ride like a Harley. OAP, we cocky. New swag, I'm cocky. New drip, I'm cocky. New fit, I'm cocky. Fresh kicks, I'm cocky. Still smoking that Bronzy. Still rolling that Marley. You know we ride like a Harley. RBA, we cocky.
RBA, we cocky. Who else? We pull up doing all kind of shit. You ain't know? It's RBA Jones. You ain't know? Yeah. Cocky, we cocky. OAP blinding niggas.
Hey, G, what up?
Yeah, we went to leaving them y'all niggas this year.
All right, you guys. Again, that was RBA Jones with Cocky. All right, so review time. What you think about that song?
Only thing I can say about this song is that you definitely know he's cocky.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it at that. That's my only review for this song.
All right, that's a good review. I guess, you know, if you're confident and you're cocky, that's always a good thing. And if you're an indie artist or a business owner, I'm gonna need for you to be cocky with reason, okay? So make sure your product and your music is good. So again, I want to shift gears here about your community involvement. You're passionate about it. Tell us what community events or groups or companies that you're supporting right now.
Well, the community is an aspect that's been a part of my life because I grew up in the Boys and Girls Club. They gave me the foundation to understand how to get back to your peers in your community or your school. And my whole career, like being on the radio, it's really been my part-time thing, but it's also a full-time hustle. You know, in the essence of position, part-time on the radio, but full-time like grind, extra full-time. With the community aspect, that's actually I went to school. I went to VCU, got a degree in criminal justice. Started off with the Boys and Girls Club as an employee as well in my adulthood. Definitely took me a lot of lessons. Worked for Concerned Black Men National, which was a mentoring program, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and now I'm working with communities and schools in Petersburg. So our whole mission right now is to basically make sure kids stay in school. We do what it takes to help them stay in school. Bring the supports to the school. They ain't got to go outside of the school grounds if they need, you know, eye care for example. They need clothing. They need, you know, school supplies. We give them what they need, programs. So we recently just launched the Dream Lab, which is going to be a recording studio. They also be able to learn how to do audio recording,
Yes.
video recording and editing, learning how to DJ. Just talked to a group today, actually from Virginia State, that I've been working with for the last 3 years. So they're going to jump in and get some of their mass comm students to be a part of that Dream Lab program. So we're really going to turn up, as the kids say.
Okay.
We're going to get it lit, as the kids say, next school year with that program, because STEAM, it's all about the science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math in our schools. So it's really big for us to bring this to the school. So we've been on channel 6 with it, NBC 12, talking about the program. Talking about homie Peter with Defiant Studios, who helped make that happen. Dr. Jackson, Mama C, a music teacher. So that's like one of the biggest things I'm working on outside of some other stuff, but I don't want to jinx myself. But I've been part of the community, been part of the community so long, done so many things, shown so many people how to do things. People have taught me so much, so I only can give forward. I don't believe in giving back. I believe in giving forward. So that's a personal life mission, always giving forward.
That's deep. And so I heard you said the mass comm students. Is it just for kids that's pursuing the mass communication degree, or not say kids, young adults pursuing mass communication?
So basically, the program is at my elementary school. So we got kindergarten to 5th graders, but we're going to get those mass comm students and other people as well from the community to be involved to come in and show the kids how to create a beat from scratch. On programs, or how to edit it, or how to master it, or how to DJ and mix music, or how to record and edit film, for whatever purposes, whether it's for a podcast or mini documentaries or just whatever type of projects or things that they have ambitions to create. They're going to be able to learn it right here at school, in elementary school.
Right.
One of the biggest things people talk about, I ain't learned about credit when I was in high school.
Facts.
Well, I can't tell you why. What I can tell you though is that I didn't learn how to DJ. I didn't learn how to record music. I didn't learn how to edit film in my school. So we're going to be bringing it to Petersburg this coming school year, 2021, 2022, and just keep it going for it.
Will it be available for children outside of the school? And if not, do you have a mentorship for young adults or teenagers that's interested in getting into the radio business in general, or DJing?
Right now, the program I spoke of, previously, we're doing that for the kids at our school. There's also another school who basically saw what we did, and we were able to get into their school. So my goal, one of my dreams, my next goal is to actually try to get a internet radio station in the high school.
Oh, yeah.
If not in both the high school and middle school, at least get into the high school.
Yeah.
So if you are a rising ninth grader, that could be a transitional program for you to participate in. But with radio, there's so much other stuff you can do behind the scenes, graphic design, the video editing, even audio editing, whatever it is that you want to do, we want to give you the opportunity to do it through that. So that's like the next thing to get the internet radio station at the high school in Petersburg. But next school year going to be crazy with this recording studio. We want to record jingles, we want to record, just different things for different things that happen throughout the year, whether it's Black History Month, we're creating songs for that, whatever it may be. We have winter celebrations, so when it comes to the community, there's so much that's going to be going down from this point forward, so I'm very focused on that. Great.
And so you have those programs, and you DJ sometimes. Well, I'm not want to say sometimes. I'm sorry, because you're currently still a DJ. But you DJ at certain events. I saw one on your IG, and it was for a Saturday, and I don't remember all the details, so forgive me. I just remember I saw it, maybe it is free to a certain time.
So each and every Saturday night, we have Bella Italia. Music by yours truly, DJ Swirv, Deniro, of course. M Dollars, Shameless Plug, Shanti Promotions. Sometimes our first lady, DJ LaJoy, will come through, and we have different themed events. But yeah, I've been there for about 4 years. So shout out to the owner, Elvis. Definitely been a great person to work with. Shout out to all the staff that they had there, as far as bartenders and the other DJs who do their thing, and different nights and different promoters who do their things. But yeah, ladies' night, each and every Saturday night. We got this thing we also doing now that I took from Alzina's day. We've been doing 20 minutes of darkness for about a year and a half. Of course, with COVID and all that, so we really full-fledged been going it hard. So we just play everything. The early 2000s, the 90s vibe, the reggae, the go-go, the trap, We just try to give them that energy. So when you come to Bella's, it's like it's an escape. It's in Chesterfield. We're like, I don't want to go to Chesterfield, but I'm telling you, we talk about the Bellas on Saturdays, we do our thing. So we also got a big pop-up coming up too, the first Sunday of August the 1st.
And where is that?
It's actually right in that same shopping center, in the Iron Gate Shopping Center, right next to Bella Italia out there. So I think the address might be 6423, something like that. I think it's the Beacon. What is it called? The Beacon something. But I know it's right there.
Yeah.
It used to be the old Rite Aid over there in the Iron Gate Shopping Center. So it's real huge. It's gonna be our it's gonna be our first ever mega pop up that we ever done.
What makes it mega?
Oh, because we're gonna have more vendors than usual.
Okay,
Plus
about how
the extras.
many?
It's gonna be 40 plus vendors.
Oh, 40 plus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, plus some extra stuff. You know, look, LaJoy is like a magician when it comes to the pop-ups. You know what I'm saying? She's our first lady at Swirv Nation. So between her, you know, the work that Sean G puts in, myself, and dollars, but LaJoy is like the queen of the pop-ups.
LaJoy?
DJ LaJoy.
DJ. Shout out to DJ LaJoy. I wanted to make sure I had that right before I said it out loud.
She's the queen of the pop-ups. So she's been saying for a long time, I want to do these mega joints for everyone to do it. But I believed in her from the first time that, you know, we actually did business together, and she's just a hustler, so, you know, shout out to LaJoy, but before her, we wouldn't be, you know, doing the pop-ups. So,
right.
You know, just having that extra energy with our team. So August the 1st, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
The Beacon Center.
At the Beacon Center. What's the address? 6423? 6423
Iron Bridge
Road. So make sure y'all come through for that.
All right. So look, and it's also on your IG, right, and your Facebook about the pop-up shop.
Yes, yep.
Are you still accepting vendors?
I believe we probably have limited spaces available, so hit me up at DJ Swirv Deniro, at DJ LaJoy, at Sean G Promotions, or at M_dollars if you're trying to, you know, secure your vendor slot.
All right, you guys. I hope you got that information. If not, it will be posted later after the show. So, you have at your event on Saturdays, you have reggae, old school, new school, which leads me to this question. Do you think you've been able to keep up with the transition of music?
You better. We have to.
All right, so you keeping up?
We have to. I mean, we have to.
What do you do to
You
keep up?
had to keep up with the technology first, because I come from the era when you had to carry crates.
Yeah.
I didn't start off in the era with the MP3s. Like, I didn't even lie. At first, they was telling about Serato. I'm like, Serato, what is that? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to host and just continue to rock with these records like that. But then you started to see different things start changing, so you had to adapt. And it's actually cheaper for you, actually, as a DJ. I mean, if you plug them with record labels or different artists and things of that nature, depending on, you know, how you be moving in the industry. But, yeah, I mean, I remember having to, you know, go to different people's houses to get records when I first started off, you know, Funk Brothers, you know what I mean, going to James Smith, going to Street Ray, you know, first meeting DJ Foot, you know, trying to be a DJ with a suitcase. They laughing at me like, oh, you got a suitcase, man, you know what I'm saying? But he probably gave me the best advice ever was to, you know, don't, you know, just start your own thing. And I was kind of like, hey, man, I don't be like a 15 man, that's 15. But that's probably the best advice I ever got. So ever since then, I just kind of been in my own zone. But I always wanted to do business with somebody new every year. So one new person every year. But I mean, I got so much I can talk about with this whole DJ thing. It's just been a blessing, honestly. It also helped me to become more of an extrovert. You know, play basketball as far as intramural and all the sports in the Boys and Girls Club. But outside of that, without being able to DJ, it's like I don't know where I'd be at right now.
You think your life would be totally different without DJing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely probably be more, I hate to say the word, but definitely probably be a square to the third power. You know?
Not a whole square.
You would. I mean, I went to college, so that's you being institutionalized through education. So you are square at that point. But if you have side hustles and you went to school, there's nothing wrong with that. You start a business, so there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, just straight being institutionalized. I'm going to go to school. I want to learn this. Nothing wrong with it. Right. But in this day and age, you got to have more than one, you know, hustle, more than one thing that you learn that can make money for yourself and take care of your family. So
that's big facts.
Yeah, so a lot of people that went to college aren't squares because they have more than one thing going on. I know that personally. So.
Okay. So look, we're going to go into the next song, you guys. And of course, after this song, I'm going to switch up the tempo again.
Okay.
And so look, this next song is by LTV Crook, and it's called Going Live. That's what I'm doing right there.
I'm gonna pop that shit, bitch. Any nigga wants to smoke them, they gon' ride. Don't no bullshit, they can keep them let it slide. So you better keep it cool, put some motherfucking move. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live, we going live, we going live. We going live, we going live, we going live. So you better keep it cool, put some motherfucking move. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live, there's a warning for you niggas that be wanting problems. Always planning, going hobble, niggas always bottle. It's on the real, I keep you touch with just some dollars. You a trippin', I'm a shotter, don't you get it? Fuck the bottle. I'm a lion in the jungle, you can catch me in the trenches. A certified stepper, and I've been about my business. I come to get the hit and double back, don't need no business. Just need up and I get shit, do it with this. Why you doing all that moving, but don't do shit, homie, stop it. Want the pistol or the hands, I let you pussy stick your option. All my niggas off that action, catch us lurking, yeah, we mobbing. Different reasons, get the poppin', any nigga wants to smoke them, we gon' ride. Don't no bullshit, they can keep them let it slide. So you better keep it cooler, put some motherfucking moves. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live, we going live, we going live. We going live, we going live, we going live. So you better keep it cooler, put some motherfucking moves. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live, heard they looking for me, well a niggas if I go. Keep on thinking I'm a hoe, I'm never ducking smokes. This beef with me is suicide, in case you wanna know it. I keep you slipping from this division of the stone. Say you about that life and tell it's time for you to prove it. Come at me with all that bullshit, I'm just stupid, I'm a loser. Use a 40 on me, gotta let me squeeze it, I'ma juice it. Cause I'm that nigga with an attitude and plus I'm ruthless. So let's keep it in the streets and we can get it on now. All the do a nigga back, should've left me alone. Now you're up real smooth, you won't make it home. Hit my rub home, on the phone, nigga wants to smoke them, we gon' ride. Come with bullshit, they can keep them let it slide. So you better keep it cooler, put some motherfucking moves. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live, we going live, we going live. We going live, we going live, we going live. So you better keep it cooler, put some motherfucking moves. Tell the truth, I hope a nigga wanna try. We going live.
All right, you guys. Again, that was LTB Crook with Going Live. Shout out. You can follow him on Facebook, KD Johnson. Shout out. Thanks for sending the music. Anyone else who wants to send in their original lyrics and beats, please send it to sip.chat@gmail.com. That's sipp.chat@gmail.com. And now review time.
Snow has a lot of energy.
Energy, yeah,
I really
absolutely.
like a lot of energy.
Okay. So look, what you think about the lyrics?
They can spit well on the track as well.
Okay.
You got a good cadence.
Okay. Shout out, yes. KD Johnson, I hope you heard the compliment and be sure to tell him thank you. So look, before I shift gears, there was a couple more questions that I forgot to ask, but I want to ask. So, if you could go toe-to-toe with another DJ on a competition, who would you like to go toe-to-toe with?
Them dollars.
Oh, he that sweet.
Yeah, my homeboy. Only because he already know the stuff we've been going through. There's plenty of other DJs I had a lot of respect for, like super respect for. But I can't wait till he gets to the point where I don't even like all that battling and all that. I'm a party DJ, so I don't believe in the battle. And I've hosted DJ battles, so I speak over DJs. They do what they do, they kill it. But if there's anybody in the battle, because we battle doing kickbacks with songs. So imagine us doing it with the turntables. We just talked about that kind of earlier. It wasn't going to be like a versus, but we were just actually, before we came here, vibing off, getting our show together, because we don't just go and pop up at Bella's on Saturdays or anywhere we go. We actually like to arrange our music, and even though you might go off course, because you got to read the crowd and cater to them, but we always kind of battle each other. That's how our relationship started, actually before he joined my team. So yeah, if anybody in a battle at some point, even from 60 years old.
Okay. And look, shout out to M Dollars. Be sure to follow him on IG. That's M_Dollars, DOLLAZ.
Money Boys podcast coming soon.
All right.
Money Boys podcast coming soon.
What's Money Boys podcast? What's that?
It's gonna be crazy. Like we'll be like just doing extra stuff, when it comes to music and the culture.
What's the extra? I need the details. What's extra?
That's gonna come. I promise you. We got a lot of TVs coming, a lot of different skits and all kinds of funny stuff coming soon. Like we got to drop little skits here and there, but we got different things we'll be doing with the music review, just the entertainment side of the music business and just the culture of our city anywhere we travel. So,
okay.
We the Money Boys, Dollars and Deniro, so D Square. That's us.
Okay, D Square Money Boys.
Showing off money, we just the Money Boys based on our focus and our grind and our name.
For sure. So look, what was one of your biggest choke moments as a DJ where you were like kind of stunned, and how did you get out of it if you were able to get out of that choke moment? I want to know the worst choke moment.
I mean, as simple as this. When I first started DJing, I went back to the Boys and Girls Club to DJ for the kids in my freshman year. So Busta Rhymes had this song called Put Your Hands Where Your Eyes Can See. Toto had a song with the same beat. So reggae has rhythm, so the same beat, different lyrics. So I said, we'll just try with these two songs. They were dancing to the Busta Rhymes joint. No disrespect to Toto, but when I played the Toto song, he sat down in the circle, like the circle in the middle of the basketball court, and looked at me. Once I played the next song, and the rest of the song, they party. So that's a lesson as a DJ. You're gonna play music for yourself. You have ideas, but you better have ideas to cater to the crowd that you're playing for. So that's the one. That's a no-brainer for me.
Did you finish letting the song play, or did you hurry up and switch it up?
Switch it out quick.
Okay.
A lot of people patient, kids is patient, but kids have no filter.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah.
And they loud with it.
That's when you had records. So one on MP3, so you had all that some 4 or 5 records queued up after the next record. You might have the same record because you got to go. You flash it, you got to put that record over here. You want to flash, you got to go. So it's a different game back then. But yeah, I had 4 songs ready. That's just how it was.
Okay, and I could only imagine the spotlight you was in, everyone sitting down. You know when they sit down because of music, first thing they do is look at the DJ.
I mean, they said nothing, nobody said nothing about it. That's all they had to say. It was like, sit down. What they said, crisscross applesauce, ending this time. It was like a formation. It was like the party went. Now, Mr. Total joint on niggas all said that in this time.
Hell. So,
like that. Crazy.
Just blank stare.
Blank stare. As soon as I play the next record, and from that point, no worries.
I'm glad you was able to bounce back and recover, because some people get in that hot seat and don't know how to get the hell out the hot seat. So, I look through your pictures. I say, oh, he's actually met quite a few famous people, famous artists. Who has been your favorite famous artist that you've met, and what famous artists would you like to meet that you haven't already?
Well, the ones that I want to meet, there's a lot of people I wish I could have met.
Right. Who are they? You said could have, so that's past.
That's always going to be Tupac and the Notorious B.I.G.
Absolutely.
DJ Scott the Rock. Those two right there for sure. Eazy-E. Definitely. Those right there would be like the first 4 that I wish I could have met. One time, he probably wouldn't remember this because he's so famous, but I remember one time walking into the radio station, so we wish I had to get into the station, and I walked right past Fat Man Scoop, and he was like, yo, you didn't say nothing to me? He said it was exact word, but was like, I was starstruck because, like, as a DJ doing, like, those breakbeat type records where, the song that he did, I wanted to do those things, what I mean? For him and Ludacris would be the 2 people I wish I could meet now. There's a lot of other people, too, but when I walked right past him, he was like, yo, he didn't say nothing to me. I dapped him up, so it was wild. But that was somebody I wish I could do it over again. It would be Fat Man Scoop. Definitely wish I could be Ludacris. A lot of folks.
Yeah.
It's too many people. I mean,
Too many.
There's too many to name. Jay-Z, the Diddy's, you know. My favorite though, because he's the only person I interviewed twice. One time in person, one time on the phone was Rick Ross.
Oh, how
So
was that?
That was vibes. In person was vibes.
Really?
The phone conversation, you know, we gotta let him get back to his hustle, respect his brand.
Right.
But every time, you know, both of those interviews were just vibes. The in person, was definitely a vibe. Great, you know what I'm saying? I think that was around the time when the whole the Carol City cartel was like really starting to pick up in buzz. So I think Gun Play might have been into it. I can't remember. But Rose definitely probably my favorite since I interviewed twice.
Okay, shout out to Ricky Rose Ross. I wish I could do an interview with him. So look, okay, like I said, I'm gonna shift gears and kind of dip into your personal life a little bit, not too touchy, but just enough. First, so I can know how to conduct these questions. Are you married or single or involved? Just that middleman involved.
I'm not married.
Okay. All right, we're going to leave it as that. He's not married. He's not married. All right,
Not
cool.
married.
So with that being said, what type of women are you into?
Ones that are not alpha female minded.
Okay. What about personality? What about, do you have a certain physical preference? A certain thing that just attracts you and you're like, oh, it got to have this. She has
A
to
woman
have
at times will have to have some type of alpha female traits at that time, you know, especially if her man is down, she had to be the boss in the situation. Other than that, just very feminine characteristics, and she was raised to be a wife.
Absolutely.
You know, she can have goals and dreams and all that, but now she, you know, knows how to be a wife. Of course, you know, every man wants women that's attractive, just like they want us to be, you know, a certain height.
Yeah.
You know, because a short dude, you know, you like that, he got retarded than a tall dude. Let's be honest about that. But, yeah, you know, just somebody who's, who knows what her duty is going to be. Because like, I need to know what my duty is. If she understands her duty, I understand my duty. It's together. Can't do that.
All right, so look, he's not married. We're going to leave it as that. And you hear the type of women he likes. So basically, if you're not on your WDs, which is wifely duties, then you're out the zone. You're in the no zone. Because that seems to be, like, really important to know that.
That's a very broad statement because, you know, there's a lot of women who are on that level and have been through different things, too.
Right.
You know, especially those who don't have kids. You know, they're still outside of what we've been hearing lately with all of these different YouTubers outside the danger zone. Because, you know, when you get 35 plus, you reach that danger zone. But there are a lot of women, just like there are a lot of black men who are 30 plus who don't have kids.
Right.
So it's just all about, you know, if men you're on your game, you know, you got to be on your game too. It's not all, you know, we're not pointing negative things at the women. But as a man, you got to be on your purpose at all times. You have to be on your purpose at all times. That will comes first, you know, and everything else after that comes second. So she's going to see that, and she's the type of, you know, the woman that's going to be for you. You're going to know it.
Right.
Vice versa, like she's going to know that you're the type of man for her. That's the way you know.
Absolutely. I couldn't disagree with that. So, tell us about your downtime. So after DJing, whether it's at an event, whether you're just doing it for leisure, what do you do to settle down?
It's a lot of different things, but the one thing I will say, I'm always a nerd for information. I'm always a nerd for information, especially being in the community. Just being a leader, being a community change agent, you know. And just in life, you know, we're getting older, so we gotta seek more input. You know, like Johnny Five. I mean, that's show my age, but you know about Johnny Five, you know, you gotta seek more input. That's it. Like, you know, anywhere I can seek input, and that could be through fun, through travel, you know, reading, through research, interacting to have a conversation with people. I just want to get more input. So there is downtime. You know, we all have our lazy days. Sometimes my wife be like, look, we just go to a nap or sleep. You know, just don't do nothing today.
Right.
But outside of that, you know, I'm always just trying to, just honestly, for real, just seek more input in fun ways, learning, engaging ways, and just being around people in general. You just have a conversation with people, even if it's your family. You know, you just vibing, having a good time. You could be eating this Mother's Day, but guess what? Somebody will start telling you something about the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or some way you can do something better. So it's, I'm addicted to seeking more input.
Alright, so that's cool. But when you're relaxing, do you have a routine? Like, do you, like, alright, and probably not, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and put these candles on the tub and relax, grab a drink. I'm going to play Candy Crush until I get all in my cozy mode. Like, that's what I want to know.
I know you're trying to dig deeper, but we're not trying to be shallow, but as a Leo, we're very spontaneous. So, DJing is fun for me. I had to realize, like, damn, I've traveled, been around different places, but DJing is an adventure. Even if we have dollars every Saturday, you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Last week we had like 3 or 4 events. It might have rained, you might have had somebody I ain't seen in 10 years pop up. One dude was like, man, you the only person I've seen from the inner city, and just the interaction between them and the conversations, just how the music made people feel. But like I said, honestly, I really like to seek information. And like I said, that's even if I'm going to Top Golf. One day I would learn how to play 18 holes. Top Golf, and see how they show me that stroke. You know what I'm saying? No homo when I say that. I ain't gonna say that. Maybe I hit it live, but you know what I mean. Somebody can show me how to properly hit the golf ball. I mean, I'm having fun, but I'm also learning. Like, I had to put myself in that position because before that, I was really mentally lazy. Probably when I was like, I would say maybe at 18, 19, even though I know what I wanted to do. But ever since I hit like this spot, and I don't have any kids, so I don't have no excuses.
Right.
I know that might sound crazy to some people, but there's people who have kids that in some aspects can do more than me and more than you. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
if you don't have any kids, you got the same, 24 hours, a day. Some people say 25 hours, 8 days a week. That's what I'm joking most people I know. But yeah, I just like to do, if I'm having fun, one of the things I do like to do is play ping pong, we talk trash when we go to a couple of little spots that you can play, like the ping pong, the basketball joint, the arcade games, another video game guy, but I like my throwback movies.
Okay.
And I try to learn as much as I'm a sports addict.
What's your teams and stuff? I don't know why you say that, because now everybody want to know what's your team.
Football team will always be the 49ers, and that's because one day I turned the TV on, and growing up in Richmond and having things said to you as a young black man in the city, it's not positive. Like when I seen this white guy throw the football to the black guy, and they just kept scoring touchdowns and they celebrate together. That's Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. So that's why they became my favorite football team.
Okay. I'm glad you got a moment behind it, because a lot of people just hop on a bandwagon for purposes, but I'm glad you got a moment behind, not a moment, I'm glad you got a reason behind it. So on a continuing on a personal note, can you cook, and do you like to cook?
Oh man, I just cooked some Maui and what else I had? Some asparagus with some broccoli today.
Okay.
We was doing that music thing, so yeah. Actually, with Swirv TV, I like to feature other chefs. But one day soon, I'm gonna be brave to go and start my individual cooking show. I already have a name for it. I'm not sure because it got to be copyrighted. But no, it's coming, and the pandemic really heightened it because being stuck in the house, whether you had groceries brought to you or your parents shared groceries with you, like mine did, I had a chance to experiment. And people always say you can learn anything on YouTube and Google. I mean, you can, especially when it comes to different recipes. You tweak it, or you trying to fix how can I change this light bulb in my car? You know what I mean? But for me, it was food, and I'm good. I bake. I'm the bake king. And now I'm not, anything on top is gonna be breakfast, but everything else goes in the oven.
I feel you. That's how I am. Either the foodie or the oven. Because you can multitask while you're doing it, right? You don't have to stand there and it's just overall.
You get your hands dirty. Like you was a little boy. You was a little boy playing the same. You got your hands dirty, playing football outside. So now as a grown man, I get my hands dirty by mixing up my spices.
Yeah.
Of course, we clean this up while you're cooking, but that's how you can get your hands dirty. But also, because I do a lot of fish, a lot of seafood, and, just trying to eat a little, as better as I can than I used to do. Because, after the club, you go to, certain spots, you're getting fried this, fried that stuff catch up to you.
Right.
And, we just had to take care of our body. So my mom's going through a lot of different things. She's like, you got to eat better. You got to do this, you got to do that. So I just started experimenting. And some things you like, some things you don't like. But once you find your stuff and the recipes and how you can flip it for different meals, You know, then you cook for other people, you cook for the ladies if you want to. You know,
Okay.
what you do. So, yeah.
Look, shout out to you for knowing how to cook. I was kind of scared to ask that. I'm like, 'cause if you say no.
Next time you come up, I'm going to cook you like a souffle for you.
Okay, and I'm going to gladly accept it just to let you know.
Right.
And the team, and the team.
Okay.
So we are one. We are one.
Sodas and ice too next time.
I got you. I got you. I got
I
you.
didn't say that.
Yeah, matter of fact, you let me know what kind of soda you
We'll
like,
get you straight.
and I'm going to perfect it for you, all right?
We'll get you straight.
And so while we talk about drinks, do you have a favorite liquor?
Douce.
Do say.
Yeah. It's a Japanese whiskey as well, but, you know, we already Douce. And Jack Daniels as well.
Hold on, because that's my shit. Which Jack Daniels?
Well, if you get the single barrel, that's when you know you can spend less money. You know, that's the single barrel is when you have the Jack Daniels. I can't think of the Gentleman's Jack, which I love too.
Right.
But the single barrel, you good.
Mm.
Yeah, the single barrel, you good.
Okay. I like the American, is it a Wild Turkey American Honey?
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite drink. It's so smooth. The honey coats your tongue, and you can take it down without the burn, and it still hit you rather. You ever had it?
You know, what's the other thing I like? Woodford Reserve.
I've never had that.
I think it's like a Kentucky whiskey. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But the Woodford Reserve is
I'm gonna have to get my sipping chat list. I'm gonna be like, what you say that was?
Oh, yeah, you
So I
just
can- yeah, if I can sample, because I've never had those. All right, so we're gonna go into this last song, and then we will be back. This last song is by Shani Allure, and it's called Tickle Me Elmo.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Tickle
let it
Me
rain.
This that beat that make you wanna do a bop to it. You don't feel safe, then maybe clutch your Glock to it. I spit that hot shit, infected cock fluid. Quit trying to sun me, baby, you cannot do it. I'm fly like an eagle, front seat cockpit. Keep my name out your mouth like a loogie hawk spit. I seen your last post, damn near vomited. It's the subliminals for me, pure comedy. I'm in my bag, shawty, I'm in my bag. Bitch, don't make me laugh, might let nigga make me gag, huh? Oh, these hoes mad, big man, big sad, but I me so big bag. Pricey Chinese will send you cheap meals, dog tags, cat collars and rat tails, long neck, line bitch, tall tails, whatever sells. I say anything, whatever sells. But I will never tell, I wish you will. Ain't going back, won't drag me to hell. I let you slide like shit. That beat that make you wanna do a bop to it. You don't feel safe, then maybe cut your Glock to it. I spit that hot shit, infected cock fluid. Quit trying to sun me, baby, you cannot do it. I'm flying like an eagle, front seat cockpit. Keep my name out your mouth like a loogie hawk spit. I seen your last post, damn near vomited. It's the subliminals for me, pure comedy. Y'all niggas funny, I'm tickled, me Elmo. Your bench, I play the field, you stagnant, he scarecrow. No brain, no heart, dead man walking, death row. I don't have no sympathy, you dug your hole, get in it, bro. Y'all be soft for real though. Sky Daddy forgives, I don't. Spoon feed him with the bibs I won't. Not the type to fake the phone, I either fuck with you or I don't. They hate that I be so nonchalant. Send shots and die, waiting for my response. I'm not praising nobody for doing what they supposed to do. Hey, you know mine, you throw a fit, you want to shoot. Where a bitch get comfortable, serve you up like constables, tie you up like Huxtables, fry you up combustible. Try your luck, I'm bulletproof like CB, I'm Looney Tune. Free my people, 10th of June. Don't want you talking in my session, cleared out, please leave the room. They clean the house, but you assume who do shit without no broom. One lick and I make him crazy, kinda like he ate a shroom. I am the high you don't come down from. I make a nigga think he found one. But if them streets get the calling, grab the keys, I'm out the door, I leave a nigga falling.
guys, that was Shani Allure with Tickle Me Elmo. I actually liked that. It had me like bobbing. And I thought the lyrics was pretty dope as well. What about you? What's your review on it?
That's a very unique song.
Yeah.
That's one of them songs that, in my opinion, everybody has a different opinion, but that's one of them songs that, let the people decide, honestly.
Yeah.
So take advantage of putting it on, different social media apps, get that permission to it. That's simple, but, Tickle Me Elmo is real.
Yeah.
So there's money right there. But other than that, just put it out there and see what kind of reaction you get.
Absolutely. And then we got our Grandmaster Engineer, Bully, in the motherfucking building.
Hey, question for you, Swirv.
That's right.
Peace, King. First of all, it's a pleasure to see you. An honor to have you here, my brother.
Likewise.
When engineers are doing radio mixes, can they leave the word ass in the radio mix?
I just say when you're in doubt, don't do it. That's the rule I was taught.
Got you. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Look, if you have any questions, we're coming towards the end, but we can always try to get those questions answered. 804-905-8333. Or if you just want to comment on anything that was said or mentioned or gather more information, please hit us up, sip.check.vibe on Facebook and IG. Real fast, can you tell everyone again your social media handles and the name of the projects that you're working on and that's coming to the elementary school in Petersburg again?
So we got the Dream Lab Studio at Lakemont Elementary School in Petersburg, so definitely look forward to seeing a lot of good projects coming out there from our youth with all of our volunteers and collaborative partners. Follow me at DJ Swirv Deniro at Swirv Nation Radio. Follow the fam at iPower Richmond. You can check me out there each and every Sunday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on iPower Richmond. 92.1, 104.1 if you're in the city. Of course, worldwide, iPowerRichmond.com.
Absolutely. And shout out to Power 92 or at Power 92 because they don't upgrade over, with the transitions and things. Yeah, because that's what that was just my to go to as a kid, and now when I blast my stations in the radio, if I'm not listening to any indie artists or just known music. And talking about listening, do you have a particular artist or indie artist that you're blasting in your car while you're driving?
No one in particular. Recently, I was doing some things on Wednesday nights, so we ran across quite a few different independent artists that we were dealing with the Wednesday night event we were doing, and incorporating some of those artists on Saturday nights and others. So we will continue to keep an eye out on that, and the Money Boys podcast will be featuring, a lot of independent artists, but more so on a different level, not just listening to their songs,
right.
But we're going to get a little bit more interaction and different features when it comes to, trying to highlight those artists and also get the feedback from everybody else, because everybody's not going to like everybody's music, and that's cool. I might not like your song, but your song might be a viral sensation on TikTok.
Right.
So you can't go off one DJ, off one person, one family member. Just put your music out there, invest money into yourself, and, take that good feedback. So, you can talk with a tangent on that.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to tune in, and if it's something I'm going to comment on, just be prepared, because I'm going to comment. And so,
Question.
we have one last question. What's up? Is this from M. Dollars?
Yes.
What's up? What's your question?
All right, so I want to know, describe the stress level and how hard it is when you're DJing and you got people coming up and say, hey, can you play this? And you got your homeboys in the background telling you what's going on outside the club, and while you still trying to mix other songs. Like, how hard is that as a DJ to focus on blending and mixing and keeping the party going with all the outside distractions?
Well, at this point, you got to prepare. And like I said earlier, even though you prepare a set, because if you have that set audience, a set crowd that you have, like we have our brothers every Saturday, you kind of know what they want, but adding some of the new music into it, the throwbacks and all that, so you kind of already set what you want to have. But the experience has led to being used to that. We joke about that all the time. So really, if anything saves you, it's the preparation, just making sure that you have all your music in your crates, so you can get ready to play what you need to play when it needs to be played. Especially if you play a song that it's too new, nobody know that joint. 2 weeks later, they're gonna know it.
Right.
But you just move on. But there's a lot of things going on. People trying to, take pictures. You trying to get somebody's phone number for another gig. You you're trying to get a beverage, you're trying to get some food, somebody might be trying to dance with you, somebody like tapping on your shoulder all the time, or just hyping you up. So it's a lot that goes on, but you just know that at the end of the day, I don't care what's going on. You give me my face, but I gotta make sure this next song going on. And the biggest thing you gotta do is you gotta touch them out like, hold on for a second, play this, then I dap you up, we'll have a little 30-second combo, working so we can talk later. Type thing. So. But earlier, oh man, stress level. You be nervous, you don't want to mess up. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't know who in the crowd, you don't know what your next opportunity can be, who the DJ in the crowd could be, just somebody that'll have faith in you, like, oh my God, he messed up. So it's just a lot to it, but more so in the early part of the years, yeah, it might have been nerve wracking, but also people know you too. They know you just started. But you still got one or two people that can still talk to you, try to aggravate that situation. But for the most part, now as a DJ, if you gotta be big about it, you might get some security to block the stage off. But for us at Bella's or whatever, most of the places we DJ at, as long as we're not elevated too high. I like the interaction because they might tell you a song honestly that you might haven't thought about playing in a long time. And you're like, oh, I got that joint. Boom. So it can go hand in hand.
Okay. So it's a matter of multitasking and knowing when to say yes and when to say hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look, you guys, this is coming from 19, 20 years of experience. So I hope these golden nuggets that you're getting, you're not taking advantage of it, letting it come in one ear and go out the other. Because there's a lot of valuable things, even if you're not a DJ, as an indie artist or a small business owner, these are still small nuggets that you can take away from the information given from DJ Swirv Deniro to better your business or your music as well. So, right quick, I'm going to give a special shout out to Mike Davenport. He's the owner of Exclusive Imprint Studio. Look, I have nothing but good things to say about this man. From his shirts, to his caps, to his cuts, to all of his products. When I say this man gives the best customer service, he gives the best customer service. Before he sends you anything, he shows you a picture. Is this what you want? Or he asks those specific questions. And I'm really blown away by good customer service. And I just had to shout him out right quick. Marvelous work, nice work, and he's putting in a lot of work for people here in RVA. So if you get a chance, just check him out. And you're going to want to check him out because I got a gift. And he did one of your shirts in here. Yeah, so I hope you like it. And again, I want to thank you for being a guest on Sip and Chat. This meant a lot to me. Like more than you know, it meant a lot because I know you're busy. I know Sip and Chat is new, so you could have easily overlooked it. But hearing, just from everything I heard, you're about giving people a chance. I want to thank you for giving me that chance and coming on this podcast and just letting us get to know Swirv, DJ Swirv Deniro.
Thank you for having me, honestly. Keep doing what you do. And don't be afraid to fail. Learn from those, what I call beautiful failures.
Absolutely.
It's not about what you go through, but how you get through it. And a lot of times on social media, including myself, all we do is share our successes, and it's beautiful. But, be a little vulnerable, show those beautiful failures. We're not perfect. None of us are.
Right.
So that's one of the biggest things, because I guarantee you, it might be somebody that you don't even know that you want to inspire, that may shot you out, that may never shot you out, but you made that impact, you planted that seed. So, learn from your beautiful failures, because they will take you to the next level. I've been failing every year of my life, and also been learning and excelling every year of my life. And I wouldn't trade it for them.
Absolutely.
So keep doing what you do.
I will, and thank you for that advice. I take advice and I actually apply it. So, again, you guys, if any questions that you missed or you're catching this on a replay, because now the kids out of school and they're like, mommy, 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 be sure to comment. I will try to get answers. And if you just want to, if you have additional questions, again, sip.chat.vibe or send it to my Gmail, sip.chat@gmail. That's sipp.chat@gmail.com. And we're going to go ahead and leave out of here for the night. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Be sure to support Drea Q next Wednesday, you guys. We out here.